Hey guys, it's Finn, and in this video I'm going to tell you how I made $100,000 with less than 1,000 subscribers. And I'm currently 20 years old, living in Bali with the freedom to live wherever I want and do whatever I want. And in this video I want you not to have to struggle like I did, because for the start of this year, for the last 12 months, I had a digital product business that was relied solely on paid ads, and I wanted to make the transition from paid ads to organic traffic. Now that I have made that transition, I know what not to do, and now I know what to do. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what to do. So let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is your funnel. All right. Now, funnel is a very simple term, and essentially all it really means is like an upside down triangle, right? And then it's basically the levels of stages your traffic or your potential customers will go through until they come out to the bottom where you give you money. So in this example, essentially this is what we're going to use is YouTube, because this is the main driver to get relatively quick results with relatively high quality leads for either hiring team or for new customers. You can also have X and Instagram as well. In my experience so far, it's been these three platforms have had the best quality people. I haven't done any LinkedIn, so I'm not too sure about that. And I haven't done any Facebook. But right now, a lot of focus is on YouTube. And the reason why most of the focus is on YouTube is because Google is the biggest search engine in the world. And the second biggest search engine in the world is YouTube. And especially if you have customers or potential customers that have a problem and you're helping them solve that problem, you can make YouTube videos that directly solve that problem. Because when they go to YouTube, they're searching up and they're problem aware, trying to solve that, okay? Now, they go to YouTube, and then essentially the next thing they're going to do is they're going to go consume your content, get some sort of value from it, and then you have to take them to the next step, take action. So the one method you can do, which is quick to implement, is you literally just send YouTube traffic. I'll draw it like this. So this is your YouTube, and you send them to Instagram, okay? And the reason you do that is because if they know, like, and trust you on YouTube, if they click on an Instagram link, it's not like they're going to a website to be sold to. But if they go to an Instagram and they just send you a DM or they just start a conversation with you, then they're talking to you directly on Instagram. And so your YouTube description will literally just say, hey, if you need more help with this thing, go to Instagram. But in my experience so far, we're trying to optimize for book calls. So then what you're going to do is you're going to send them to a website instead. So in the beginning, you can definitely start out with Instagram just to get the ball rolling. But ideally, next thing you want to do is send them to a website. And right now, our book a call page is very simple. Okay, so it literally is a video, like a little VSL video, and then it has literally a book a call calendar option. And then after that, we have all of our social proof, testimonials, and then a little bit of a description answering their common objections or a bit more information about what we offer. The important bit about this is where they book a call. And this is a phone or a telephone for booking a call. The reason why this funnel is so simple and effective is because on the simple percentage base rate, if your book a call page, if done correctly, set up simply like this, will get you between a 10 to 30% book call, but the power of this is we're currently experiencing like an 80 or 90% close rate. Okay. And an 80 or 90% close rate percentage is nuts, because you can expect, if you're generating around 10,000 views a month, you can expect around 1% to 5% clicking your link. So if we say 1% would be 100 people clicking your link, and then out of those 100 people, if you're getting, let's say 20% in between, so you're getting 20 people booking a call, and then you're getting an 80% close rate, you're gonna have 16 to 17 or 18 book sales, which is insane. All right, so with this example, if I do plug my numbers in, we're getting around a 6,000 LTV right now for our customers. And so that means for every 10,000 views, we get between 16 and 18 sales, which is pretty good. And then essentially all that means is we're selling 16 to 18 people at 6K for 10,000 views, all right? Which is pretty nuts, because let's say your average video gets between 500 to 1,000 views, then it means that you only need to make between 10 and 20 videos a month to make what would essentially be 16 times 6,000. I just had to get the calculator. 16 times 6K is 96,000. Hence why how I make 100K with less than 1,000 subscribers. Like, simple math. Like, if you're not doing YouTube, bro, like, what are you doing? Now, that's the first thing, funnel. Now, the second thing is content. Let's talk about content. Now, the important thing about content is it's a volume game. It's a repetition game, okay? And if you're not putting in consistent actions into your content system, you cannot expect to have reliable results, and you cannot expect to have consistent results. Now, as you can probably guess, the content we're focusing on is YouTube, okay? Why YouTube? I've already given you some examples, but if you think about platform longevity, Google has been around for almost 30 years now, okay? Actually, I don't even know when Google was started, but YouTube has been around for almost 20 years, and it is the number one place that people go to solve their own problems. And so if you're a business owner and you're looking to find people that are looking to get their problems solved, people who are already trying to solve their problems are on your platform and they're already using YouTube. The other really big benefit of YouTube is because it's long form, the potential customer and the audience will spend more time with you and they'll build a better relationship with you than anyone else. Because if you think of any other platform, YouTube is the only platform where long form is the main media, where there's such a big distribution of people. But the real power of it is time, okay? And what that means is the time people spend with you, okay? And there's this stat which is like the 7-11-4 rule or something, but essentially all it means is people will trust you more the more time they'll spend with you. So it's like 7 hours across 11 different touch points, and I forgot the 4. So essentially all we're trying to understand is we're trying to get people to spend as much time with us as a personal brand or us as our business as possible, and then with that time they're stacking up value, okay? And this value is each individual video. Now, key is the more videos someone watches, the more likely they are to buy. Yeah, no shit. But it's your responsibility as a creator to understand what type of videos to make and stack together and then link them all together so that someone can go to your channel, go consume your content, and then solve multiple problems, not just one specific problem, okay? Now, with YouTube, there's 2 metrics you want to track. CTR, like these are the main ones. CTR, which is click-through rate, and all that means is when someone sees your video on the homepage and they have all these different options, there's going to be a certain percentage of people that will click that video. Now, you want to aim for anything above a 5%, okay? So click-through rate, don't really worry about right now, but we want to aim for anything above a 5% click-through rate. Now, the next YouTube metric that is very important is AVD. And what is AVD? AVD stands for average view duration. This is key, okay? Your average view duration, you want to aim for anything above 4 to 5 minutes, okay? Now, what does that mean? It means that you need to start delivering value within the first 4 to 5 minutes. If you want a trick or a hack, get to value within the first 30 seconds, okay? 30 seconds. That is where someone clicks on your video, they need to start getting their problem solved because no one's got time. Everyone's busy. Everyone's too busy counting their notifications, scrolling on their phone, too busy trying to be entertained, or they've got the dog barking at them, or the car needs to be serviced, whatever, right? So you need to get straight to the point and you need to start solving that problem for them, and you need to make it in such an easy and accessible way and packageable way as possible. Now, the last thing is you want to set up your YouTube video with a right frame or right few steps so that they will consume your content and they will stick around and stay. And so an easy way to increase your average view duration and increase the amount of trust that they have and they'll stick with your channel over time is you pack out the front of your video in the hook or the intro. And a key to remember for this is you want them to know, like, and trust you, okay? So K, L, and T, okay? This is a pretty simple framework that I've created just for like on the fly writing out intros, just when we're like shooting quick gun intros. But essentially, for them to know you, just give them a bit of context, a bit of backstory, okay? So for example, in this video, I'll show you after in a sec, I've got it written out right there on a whiteboard, okay? So my thing says, I'll just show you now. So this is the example I'm giving you. This is my example. So no, my name is Finn. I'm 20 years old, living and traveling all over the world with freedom, blah, blah, blah. I said that at the start of the video. Then like, I struggle with making money between businesses so that you know, oh, okay, this person that's making the video is so that you're like, and the reason likeness is so important is because if someone's going to watch a video of you, they want to know that you have experienced or you know how they feel in their current problem state. Now, the last thing is T, which is trust. So after they know you experience their pain, then trust is essentially making sure that, okay, if I'm going to spend the next 30 minutes with this person, I want to know that they know how to get where I want to go. So if I didn't say at the beginning of this video, I've made $100,000 with less than 1,000 subscribers, there's a very high likelihood that you wouldn't watch this video past the point of the intro, which is the first 30 seconds. So that's a small way you can increase the average view duration, which then after a long enough period of time will then allow them to stay and watch your channel and then go to the next step, click on your link and then go to wherever you want to send them. Instagram, landing page, whatever it is, okay? Now, that is YouTube or content basically bottled off. Last thing I want to say is I'll make some videos on this, which I'll link here later on, but you need to just be consistent, okay? Make your first YouTube video and then make it again and then make it again. And then after you've filmed it 3 times, usually your third one, especially if you're starting out and you have no experience behind camera, that is the video that is probably gonna be the best performing video, and then you can post that, okay? So follow this basic formula or framework, and then it will allow you to make more videos over a consistent period of time. And ideally, you want to aim for between you want to aim for 1 video a day. So it's just simple, like I'll get a whiteboard or you're on a Loom or you're just writing out on a piece of paper, you're just talking straight to the camera with your notes. But if you don't have the time for that, minimum, when you're getting started, if you're trying to just have a really niche channel and get a lot of money out of an audience and really help a lot of people within a relatively quick period of time, being 1 or 2 months, then try and just get out as many videos as possible. The worst case, you're making 2 to 3 videos a week. If you can't do that, then this is going to take a lot longer. To give context to how important it is to post consistently, we, for the past week and 3 days, so 10 days, have posted a video consecutively every single day, and now we're getting sales calls and closing every single day. And these are deals that are 3K to 7.5K. Now, in the beginning, when we were learning, we were overthinking, we were struggling to talk behind camera. It would take 10 minutes to get the camera set up and all this stuff that doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, the output of our system was only 1 or 2 videos a week, which isn't very good if you're trying to make a lot of money in a short period of time. All right, that's the second point, which is content. And now the third thing is your offer and pricing, okay? So what is offer? What is pricing? Okay? I'm gonna keep this video as short as possible and try and give you some tips or whatever that we've found that have been very helpful in making a lot of money with little effort. Pricing and offer kind of hand in hand. So ideally, you want to charge anything more than 1K. Okay? Ideally 1K to plus, really. Ideally minimum 3K. Okay? Minimum 3K, but if you're just starting out, definitely just start at 1K, all right? Now, in the beginning, if you have no skills and if you have nothing that you're good at, like obviously do some free work, get some testimonials or do something, just have some proof, so that you can like say, hey, I've done this, and people will listen to you. But if you have some of that, which I would assume everyone has, because everyone solves some sort of problem in their life and everyone can help other people solve their problems that they've solved. So 1K minimum. Now, one thing that is very important is if you can get in monthly reoccurring revenue or MRR, I would highly recommend that. For us, if you want to just jump the queue and know the best pricing model, what we've found is if you charge, if you can see here, a big amount up front, okay, then it means every month after that you can actually extend how long that person will stay, and they will continue to pay and pay and pay and pay. Now, what I've found as a general rule of thumb is whatever you charge here, let's say this is 3K up front, okay, and it's 3K up front for whatever the package or the offer you have is, then the next month or the next week, if you can do on weekly pricing, that's even better, because the next week you charge 300, okay? The rule of thumb here is whatever you charge here, the next payment cycle, you charge 10%. Let's say you're looking to make 7.5K, all right? Now, one way you can make 7.5K, okay? So you're trying to make 7.5K. One way you can do that is you charge it up front, okay? The next way you do it is you charge split over 3 payments of 2.5 times 3, okay? Now, we're trying to think, we're making free YouTube content and we're trying to get people to say yes. But the easiest way to do it is, and have a high closing rate, is to get as many people say yes as possible. So 2.5K times 3 over 3 months, or, and let's say it's a 3-month package obviously, or you do 3K and you do, it would be in the ballpark of 1.2K a month, or you charge 3K up front and you say, hey, Mr. Prospect, this is 300 a month. This fits our pricing model of 3K. We're getting paid that 3K up front for all of our work, and then over the next 3-month period, they're going to be paying $300 a week. People have problems that they need solved, especially in businesses. They have the money to pay you, but they just don't want to pay it all up front because they don't trust you, or they just think in their mind they have a limiting belief that, 2.5K a month is expensive, because they're like, okay, well, over 10 months, that's going to be 25 grand. But if you tell someone, hey, it's 3K and you're going to get this, and we also have a guarantee, blah, 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 and it's just 300 a week, they don't actually put together in their head on the sales call, oh yeah, 300 a week is 1.2K a month. They just hear 300, okay? And it makes the perceived value of your product really high, and it gives you a lot of money because they say 3K, and then you should expect they pay actually for a longer period of time. Would that mean, so instead of staying for 3 months, they'll stay for 6 to 9 months, because they're thinking, it's just 300 a week. It's a steal, because they're getting consistent value, especially if you're in like a important role of a business like marketing or sales, for helping other businesses with their marketing or sales, where they need you to stay alive or to keep growing or keep adding new customers to the business. So that is really, this pricing structure is really effective for this YouTube strategy, because everybody consumes your content. They already know, like, and trust you, and they know that you can solve their problem. They've already got some value from you. They will be more inclined to saying yes to this upfront offer. But one thing you want to include when you say the offer to the Mr. Prospect is, hey, this 3K, so you can justify the high price, is giving you access to this, and it's also allowing us to do X, Y, and Z. So let's say it covers onboarding, or if let's say you have some course content, or you have some templates that you can plug straight into their business to give them that immediate value. It makes them think, oh yeah, actually that 3K up front does make sense. So I'll give you an example. For us, we know if an established brand starts working with us, with our e-com consultancy, that within the first 30 days, they will make more than 7.5K, okay, back within the first 30 days from the information and the content that we have. So we know that if we offer this 7.5K, they will make that money back, and it's justified, okay? Hope this video helps. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.